Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, a lot of people might have misunderstood, not a lot, a couple people misunderstood some of the things I was saying when I was complaining that the CDC is not working with the cruise lines, thinking that I want the cruise ships to open no matter what. And that is completely not the case. So let me explain that right after this. So when I say that I am, angry with the CDC for not working with the cruise lines to help them open and come up with guidelines and leadership and preparedness and what are we going to do and how can we work with each other, it's not that I want the cruise ship. I do want cruise ships to come back. I do want to go cruising again. I would go back on a cruise ship if I could with the safety protocols in place. But I'm not saying to open the cruise lines while everything is, the virus is on the rise and everyone's starting to get sick and things are getting worse. No, I want them to open up when it's safe to do so. So I have no problem with extensions and I have no problems with shutdowns. I have no problem doing things slowly because of the safety concerns. That's not my issue. That gives me disappointment. Disappointment that I can't cruise. That's not anger. That is disappointment, but I understand completely. Hey, right now, if you were to take a cruise ship in Florida, you'd be kind of crazy with the way things are spiking right there right now. So no, I don't think Florida cruise ships should be sailing right now. So there's that clarity. My anger comes out when I talk about the CDC is that they haven't even opened dialogue. I don't care that they don't have firm times. This is when we're opening and everything's good. But they have not even opened up a dialogue with the cruise lines so that the cruise lines can say, okay, the CDC wants us to do this when we're getting ready to open. Hey, if they need a special new filter on all their air vents on their cruise ships, wouldn't it be nice to have the 2 months to put them in instead of telling them 2 months down the road, a day before they're supposed to open or a week before they're supposed to open, oh, by the way, if you have these filters, you can sail again? But they haven't even opened up a single dialogue at all. In fact, they've been nothing but a hindrance. They've been nothing but putting roadblocks in place. Cruise ships out there with cruise line, crew that have been out there for 90 days with zero cases or trace of anything on those ships have still been not allowed to let those people off the ships without having private planes fly them and specialty shuttles. And why? Why is that the case? Like, they have that 14-day quarantine for anybody flying into the city. Why is that not the case for crew members as well? You see what I mean? Like, they have this huge hindrance and roadblocks that they've been putting up. And at the same time, they refuse to have any firm discussions or talks about how the industry can possibly get ready to open. Not open now. No, hey, we're opening right now. Here's what you need to do. Go ahead. No, they're not doing nothing like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, hey, guys, this is what you need to do. You're going to need to open up with 60% capacity when you start. You're going to need to fix your buffet areas. You're going to need to do extra cleaning in here, 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 and here. You should have a safety inspector on board for this. You should have a quarantine area designated on the ship. Those kind of things. Planning, new plannings for embarkation, new planning. But they're refusing to even talk about it. That's the point. Meanwhile, you have casinos opening up across the country. All the beaches are all opening up with huge crowds. We have the theme parks are all opening. Disney hotels are now open. You have the parks are opening on July 15th. Universal's already open. Six Flags have opened up a bunch of places. SeaWorld's open. Busch Gardens is open. All these places are open. And there's not a peep out of the CDC. Although in Florida, if you notice, they have a huge spike out there. But the CDC has not said a thing about Florida theme parks or Florida events or anything like that. They haven't said a word, even though there's a huge spike out there. Meanwhile, you have those cruise crew out there that have been stuck on ships for 3 months, no cases, no nothing, and they're not allowed off the ships. See, that's where I get the anger from. It's disappointment that we can't cruise, but I want to open when they're ready, when the world is ready, when the US is ready, when Canada is ready, when the UK is ready, when people feel safe to cruise. That's when we should open. When the virus is on its way down, it's not on a peak. Absolutely, open when it's safe. But we should still be having dialogue on how to do that, so when we're ready to do that, we can. That's where I get it. Not saying it has to open now. And so I apologize to those who think that's what I was saying, but that's the furthest thing in my mind from what I'm saying. So yeah, open when it's safe, but we should be having the dialogue on how to do it. So we don't come down the road and say, well, it's September, everything's good now, the cases are way down, we're ready, everything's open in the United States, everyone's back to work. Let's talk to the cruise lines about opening so they can open up 4 more months from now. That's what I mean. Those discussions should be there so the cruise lines can get ready. They can prepare for it. So when they are cleared, they have the facilities in place. They have the staffing in place for what you want. They have things ready. But if you don't tell them anything, they're just sitting there, dead meat in the water. Just like a rubber duck, just bouncing around with nothing to do. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.